Hi guys, and welcome back to Reads Readers with your host, Clinton Reed Britton. I'm gonna try to be a little calmer in this video because Chewy's trying to rest over here. But today is January 1st. Happy New Year's, guys. I wanted to go ahead and go over what I read in December. I want to start off with our stats. I read 19 books and I DNF'd 6. I will state I own 3 physically of the DNFs, and the other 3, I don't necessarily remember what they were, but they were holidays. Once I have those done somewhere else. But okay, we have 1 2-star, 4 3-stars, 1 3.5 star, 2 4-stars, 9 5-stars, and for the first time ever, because I am now starting to utilize this star rating, we have 2 6-stars. I will get more into the 6-star ratings in my goals video, which I don't know if that goes up before this or after this. But 6 stars essentially means we'll be on my tops of the year. And everybody knows my reading years go from December to November. So to already have 2 6-stars, I think that is perfection. Don't you? I read 4,549 pages. None of my books were for a secret TBR of any kind. I read 12 Mel romance romance books. 8 of the authors I read this month were new to me. 12 were, or no, 8, 9 were new to me. 11 was authors I've read before. Yes, that does not add up to 19. One of the books I will get to, you'll know I've read one of the authors, just not the other. 5 of the books start a series. 4 either catch me up on a series at the time, or technically the last in a series and I still need to read one before. It's weird. And 10 of my books, this will be one of the few months that I do this for, 10 of my books were holiday themed. So, I have my list here. We'll go over, have my what I read, when I read, why I read. There. But let's go over the 3 that I've DNF'd physically. I know one of the ones that I DNF'd was a soft DNF'd because it was a Lily Morton and I just couldn't get into the audiobook. There was another that I DNF'd because it was just too British and I felt stupid. And then I also DNF'd Vampire Claws because it just sounded, it was just stupid. So I did DNF City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab, but I read exactly 100 pages. So this does count towards the 4 books that I needed to read for Mel. So I'm not getting punished and I can't punish her, so whatever. But I DNF'd this because there was too many Harry Potter references and it was a little too overwhelming. And I'm trying to back myself away from stuff like that. Another one you may hurt me for, I DNF'd Final Empire. Both of these will get unhauled soon. Not for me. I read the same 10 pages every single day for a week and I still don't understand what I read. And it's something about the writing style, and then I tried to listen to the audiobook and it just felt like nails on a chalkboard. I don't know, just something about it did not work for me. I'm sorry, Chewy, if I woke you. And then Sterling gifted this for me for Christmas, which is funny, is the first book I gave him and the first book he gave me were both unhauling because neither one of us liked them. But I am unhauling Cabin Fever by Brigham Vaughn. I will try more from this author and see if it was just this book. It's just the way it's written in this is very like in blocks, and I got actually a little over halfway through and finally got to a sex scene, and I just couldn't anymore. I do want to try the author again because the author does have other books, but this did feel like it was a debut novel when the author has multiple backlists. So it was like, it was really weird, and I don't like it. Just not for me, but I will try more Brigham in the future. And now let's get into my 19 books. I will state the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 I do not own, and some of them I do not remember anything about. So I'll just let you know what I read. Number 19 was A Very Krampus Holiday by Katie Roberts, which I gave 2 stars for it being 15 pages. I found it boring. Stupid. I didn't get it. Not for me. Love Katie Roberts, but we've learned some of her stuff is just not for me. Next is All I Want for Christmas Is My Sister's Boyfriend, which it was a 2-hour audio, so 120 pages. Gave it 3 stars. This is by Brooke Blaine and Ella Frank. I will be reading more from them in the future. It's just nothing about it was special. I've read way too many holiday books this month that I was bored. And all I remember about it is the guy meets the love interest before he knows it's his sister's boyfriend. And then there's a real life Santa that says, make sure you take care of your sister because you're gonna get what you want or something. And it just seemed a little too predictable. The next one is The Holiday Hookup by Balin Crow, which I gave 3 stars. Literally, I gave it 3 stars because it was 60 pages, and I don't remember anything. I just remember that I really enjoyed the characters. I just can't tell you anything about it. So I will be trying more Balin Crow in the future. I want to find more of their longer works because number 16 is also by Balin Crow, and that is Cruising on the Quarterback. But I do remember a little bit more about this one. I enjoyed it a little bit more, even though it's 58 pages. This was about 2 friends who used to be on the same high school football team, and then they sort of have a one-night kind of stand of gay guy sucks the straight guy's dick. They go away, come back. Several years later at college, straight boy transfers to the college with the gay guy, and they're on the same team, and then they end up in a relationship together, and it was super cute. I also read Self-Service, Straight to Gay, First Time Mel Mel by Nathan Bay. This was 35 pages of amazing sex scenes. I can't tell you the characters' names. I literally read it yesterday, and right now I drank way too much last night. But that one is my top 3 star because the sex was fucking hot. Listen, when the gay character is bent in half and sucking himself off, when the straight guy catches him in the act and then can't think about it for several days, and they finally tell each other and they get into it, and he fucks him while the other guy is sucking his own dick. It was really fucking hot. I don't think it's possible, but it's really fucking hot. So there's that. I will be reading more Nathan Bay in the future when I need some short story things. I do want to read more in this world because I thought that was kind of interesting. In 14th place, we have Lightning by Dean Koontz. Mel, you'll be really happy that I finally read this. I gave this a 3.5 out of 5 stars. This follows a character named Laura as a mysterious blonde-haired stranger shows up just in time to save her throughout her life. There's some time traveling, and the twist in this I did not see coming. I gave it a 3.5 because I was like, I wasn't really interested. It's a little dry. I don't think Dean Koontz's writing is really for me, but I'm really happy I tried this out. But yeah, we'll probably unhaul the book just because I don't see me rereading it, and this is not something Sterling would like. But I'm glad I finally read it, and we'll just go from there. In number 13 spot, I read Melt for Us by Molly Doyle, which is the sequel to Scream for Us. Scream for Us got 5 stars. This one got 4 stars because of one particular scene. There's a scene where this would have gotten a 3-star. Hold on. Would have gotten a 3-star, but there was male sex in it. That bumped it up a star. But I had to bump it down a star because there was an on-scene reenactment of a rape scene for her to get over being raped. And it just felt icky. We'll never reread Melt for Us, but I am interested in the full-length novel that takes place in between Scream for Us and Melt for Us. So if I ever get my hands on that, I will be reading that because I want to know more about Ghost Daddy, Jason, and Michael. Just saying. The other 4-star I have was another gift from Sterling this month, and that is Care Bears Unlock the Magic by Ermin Shamus and Garbowski. This is a cute graphic novel of the Care Bears. Everybody knows I'm obsessed with Care Bears. I may or may not have a readathon coming up in May. This was super cute. They ended up going to save these, oh, what are they called? These whiffles who mine happiness and purity and care for the world. And then in this theme park playground of chaos, they see their alternate, the opposite of them in the mirrors, i.e. Cheer Bears sees not so cheery bear, Grumpy sees asshole bear, Funshine sees not so funshine, not so good luck. Listen, this was super cute and I absolutely loved it, and I want more graphic novels of Care Bears. I don't care what anyone has to say about it. Yes, I'm gay. I love Care Bears. Give me all the Care Bear stuff. In number 11 spot, we have my first of my 5 stars, and that is Birds of ShangriLa by Ranmaru Zaria. This takes place at a male brothel called ShangriLa. As a newly hired Apollo is in charge of getting the men ready for the clients, but he's a straight man, so he is set up with Fee, one of the brothel's most sought-after prostitutes, and to be taught how to give a man pleasure. This was super hot. The very explicit scenes, very the rules of this place though is no orgasms, no penetration, and no falling in love. I don't see that happening. I feel like these two characters may end up doing more, and I cannot wait to continue on in this. There's only 2 volumes on, I think, so far. So we have the second one, and I'm hoping to get to it soon. Next of my 5 stars is Ever After which is a gay fairy tale by Riley Hart and Christina Lee. I've read Riley Hart before, but I've never read Christina Lee. And I have book 2 of this on my January TBR. This was actually gifted to me last year for Christmas 2021 from Nikki, so I finally read it and absolutely loved it. This follows Prince Merrick and Cassius Havendell. Cassius is his valet who helps get him ready, and them falling in love and what that means for a kingdom. This literally, I've been told this is more of like a Beauty and the Beast. I get more Cinderella with this. It's like Cinderella meets Beauty and the Beast in this, and this is the gay fairy tale I wish we had growing up. Minus the sex scenes. But this is, I'm so happy we have these. If you're queer, you need to read them, because this just brought joy to my life. This does feel like it's a brand new fairy tale, love, happiness, everything. And I will be reading more from Riley Hart and Christina Lee together. This was phenomenal. It took me a bit to read, but that's because I've been having issues reading physically lately. But I'm planning on fixing that in the new year. So yes, I highly, 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 highly recommend Ever After. Next, we have A Charmed Christmas, which is a short little, oh, how many pages was it? It was 33 pages. It's a short story by Allison Cochran. This takes place after the events of the Charmed Offensive, with the two main characters and like them at Christmas and proposals and love and just everything. Love it. It was a free incentive when you pre-ordered Kiss Her Once for Me, and then Christmas time she gave it out free for people, and it was just, oh, it's perfection. Next, we have The Geek Who Saved Christmas by Annabeth Albert. This literally was a Hallmark Christmas movie. This was Gideon Holiday and Paul Frost. Paul Frost is the grumpy to Gideon's sunshine. This was phenomenal. If you're looking for a Christmas male-male romance, I will probably reread this every year. It is perfection. Just go read it. It's just sunshine, and it literally is a Hallmark. Sunshine, grumpy, love. Oh my god. All the feels. I'm going to say that about the rest of these, have all the feels. But next, in 7th place, we have A Very Merry Bromance, which is the the 5th, I think, installment of the Bromance Book Club. This one follows Colton Wheeler, who is a country music star, and Gretchen Winthrop, who we met in the second one, and it's their love story. That's all I can really say about this without spoiling a lot of the other books. But, like I've said, I would love this series to go on for 50 books. She can carry on. There are so many other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, this is book 5. If you don't know what the Bromance Book Club series is about, this is where men read romance novels to better understand their wives and significant others. Love it. Check out the whole series. Next, we have A Very Merry Christmas by, I want to say, Shane K. Morton. This is book 2 in the Point Pleasant Holiday series. Book 1 was Something Borrowed, Something Boo. This one takes place over Christmas. I can't remember the main characters' names right now because I read it at the beginning of the month. But this is by far probably I cannot wait to own these physically because I will be rereading it because I love them so much. This literally gave me, the movie. There was a movie where there was a prince in hiding, and then they start dating, and then she finds out that he's a prince, and then freaks out, and all that stuff. That's kind of what this gave me. And it's super cute. Highly recommend. In 5th place, we have The Holiday Trap by Ronan Parrish, which I will be reading a lot more from Ronan Parrish in the future, hopefully. This follows Greta and Truman, who... Greta lives on a tiny island in Maine, living her best lesbian life, when her family signs her up for an auction to be auctioned off to men for charity, to go on a date with a man. Just because she's lonely, they don't understand that a lesbian would not want to go on a date with a man. And then there's Truman, who is crushed when he learns his boyfriend has a secret life with a husband and a kid, and they swap houses for the holiday season. Truman goes to Maine and she goes to New Orleans, and they find their best lives. Love it. Super cute. Ugh, everything. In 4th place, we have You're a Mean One, Matthew Prince by Timothy Janovsky. I will state I still preferred his other novel a little bit more. But this follows Matthew Prince, who did one major PR mess, accidentally bought an island, and is sent to his grandparents' house, where he meets Hector, and things happen from there. If you are a huge fan of like Schitt's Creek, this is definitely the book for you. Now the next two I'm not going to be able to talk much about anyways, because they're continuations of the series. But next we have Charm by Tracy Wolff. This is my favorite in the series to date. I feel like every book that comes out is like, oh no, that one's my favorite. Oh no, that one's my favorite. Hope you join us this month for the Crave Along. Charm takes place between books 1 and book 2, but you cannot read this till book 4. Till after you read book 4. So this follows Grace and the things that happened during those 4 months. I can't say anything, just know I loved it. And if you want to know what all I feel about the Crave series, join us for the Crave Along, starting this month with Crave, and we're reading 1 book a month. And you can know all our juicy thoughts, because I'm trying not to give away any spoilers. Now to my 2 6 stars, which will probably be on the tops of my ear at the end of the year. First one is A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. I finally read it, guys. I am finally caught up on Sarah J. Maas on the Maas universe. This, I can't give anything. This is the sequel to the ACOTAR series following Nesta, and just know Nesta's my favorite. Nesta and Manon are my top 2 favorite Sarah J. Maas characters of all time. And my favorite book of the entire month, I finished a couple days ago. No, I technically finished it yesterday morning. Is Unhinged by Only James, or Only James. This is a series that will follow 7 brothers who were all adopted by Dr. Thomas Mulvaney. They were all diagnosed at a very young age as psychopaths, so he trains them to kill the people who deserve it. And this follows Adam Mulvaney, and then Noah enters his life. Adam killed Noah's father, thus Noah wants revenge, but then Noah finds out why Adam truly killed his father, and the things that happened from there. All I know is Noah and Adam need to be protected at all costs. They are amazing, and I cannot wait to read the rest of this series. And I want to own and read everything Only James ever wrote. Enough said. There is everything I read in December. for Mary Bookmas and stuff like that. Yes, I know Hooked isn't on here. I'm still currently reading Hooked, but the live show for that isn't until Saturday, so I'm hoping to finish it Tuesday when I go back to work. So, enough said, guys. But that's all I've got for you guys today. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up. If you're new, hit that subscribe. And until next time, guys, always remember to be fabulously yourself. Oh, boy.